On a mission, Policewoman recognizes her father who disappeared 10 years ago. A policewoman called to apprehend a bank robber gets the shock of her life when she discovers that he was none other than her father, who vanished a decade ago. "This will be your room, Carla. You get to share it with Mona, Lisa, and Jenny," Miss Croft, the orphanage owner, said. She was talking to Carla, a 13-year-old girl who'd been brought to the orphanage by her distraught mother. "I need you to care for her," the girl's mother, Zoe, had told Croft with tears in her eyes. "Shouldn't you do that yourself?" Croft asked the woman with a flat look. "I want to, I assure you, but I can't. I just filed for bankruptcy and I have no way to survive. I wish you to take her in while I try to make something of myself. That's all," Zoe told her sadly. When it seemed like the woman was not convinced, Zoe revealed that her husband had deserted them because he didn't want to be tied down to a woman. "What a dreadful man," Croft said. She and Zoe had both been unaware that the young Carla had been listening in on the conversation and had heard about how her father had left them. The little girl found herself resenting him as she watched her mom leave without so much as a wave to her. "He did this," she thought. "He left us and now Mom has left me." Zoe promised to return for Carla after some time, but 1 month became a year, and a year morphed into several without a word from the woman. Croft raised Carla with great morals, and the girl thrived. In school, she kept good grades, and socially, she was one of the most liked kids in the orphanage. Since childhood, Carla had dreamt of becoming a policewoman, so when she was old enough, she channeled her focus into it. Like anything she put her mind to, Carla succeeded, winning a scholarship that covered her tuition for the duration of her stay at the police academy, where she eventually graduated with honors. One day, while patrolling the city with her partner, Joe, she received a call from the police operator. "This is dispatch. A fugitive has been sighted in the Hotel Del Luna. He's the same one from the bank robbery that happened 10 years ago. All units report." The hotel was just a mile away from Carla's location, so she radioed in to say they were en route. When they arrived at the location, no other cop cruiser was in sight. "Do you think we should wait for reinforcement?" Joe asked. "It's just a man. We can take him. You wait here while I go around the back and flush him out," she replied. After creeping around the back, Carla rushed into the hotel room with a gun. "Freeze!" she yelled, but she was shocked by what she saw. The thief looked just like her father, Jim. "No, scratch that," she thought. "He is my father." The man also recognized her almost immediately, but as he lowered his hands, Carla leveled her gun at his face, tears quickly clouding her sight. "Carla," he said. "Don't you dare say my name," she muttered through clenched teeth. "Give me at least one reason why I shouldn't kill you right now. You ruined my life. Please, let me explain everything. It's not what you think," he said with pleading eyes. She nodded as he launched into the story. He said that when she was 13, they were on the brink of poverty. He'd been working 2 jobs, but his wife squandered the money on herself. She bought a lot of clothes and jewelry, and sometimes it ate into their savings, so they didn't have the money to go to the supermarket and buy food. He knew that Carla had harbored dreams of becoming a policewoman, and he wanted her dream to become true. But he also had known that they wouldn't be able to afford to send her to college. To that end, he and his wife created a plan. He would rob a small bank and pass 70% of the money to his wife, so she and Carla might live wealthy lives, and Carla could study at the police academy. 30% of the money should have gone to him, and he was to take it and go into hiding for years, then come to them when the heat dissipated. Things had gone as planned, but his wife had deceived him. Zoe declared bankruptcy after taking the cash and took Carla to the orphanage. She took all the money and disappeared. Jim learned this and was shocked. He knew that he couldn't give himself over to the police, so he hatched a plan with Carla's teacher at the orphanage and told her what happened. She had graciously agreed to help him, so Carla's father gave her all the money he had. "Please make sure she gets everything," Jim had told the woman. The woman kept her word and paid for Carla's tuition at the police academy when the time came. She told Carla that she'd won a scholarship, but it had all been money that Jim gave to her. Carla couldn't believe her ears. All those years, she had believed her father betrayed her and her mother, when in truth, the reverse had happened. Right then and there, Carla decided to help her father avoid jail time. She distracted her partner while her father exited the building. She also gave him a note with her phone number, and he contacted her later on, after which they reunited and started living together again. Her mother was never found, but Carla was fine with not meeting her ever again. She was content with knowing that her father was alive, well, and by her side. What did we gain from this story? Greed ruins everything. Zoe betrayed her own family because of the greed she had for money, and it nearly ruined the family. Thankfully, both Carla and her father were able to survive and make better lives for themselves. Greed should be avoided by all means. Listen first before taking action. Carla could have chosen not to listen to her father, especially since she had little reason to trust him. Luckily, she decided to hear him out, and that helped them clear up the misunderstanding. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and check out JojoStories.com for more jaw-dropping content we're sure you'll enjoy.